Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Baba's finished a successful rally, and in my last video, I gave my view on what next and the success of today's rally. But then, in this very particular video, I want to address my brother and an upcoming politician, Mr. Jalang'o, the Lang'ata Member of Parliament. I want to talk to him as a brother. And I know maybe whatever I will speak here will be a reference in about 5 years from now. But then, what is my work, Kaka, from this platform? Is to speak reality and to give my opinion on what is expected to happen in the Kenyan politics. Jalang'o Felix Odiwuor, that is his official name, alias Jalang'o, has been a comedian in Kenya for a very long time. And I've known him as a hardworking young man, a man who is a go-getter. Those minds, when they decide on something, they face it fully. Now, he has been a successful man in comedy, because when I read history about Jalang'o, I find him someone who has really grown in comedy. But then, comedy is a bit different from politics. And maybe he could be setting his foot towards the wrong direction, which I think might, at some point, kill his political career. Jalang'o is barely around 40-something, yeah? Hata hajafika 40, could be around 30-something or at most 40-something, but I think it's around 30-something. Akienda kabisa is around 40-something, hajapita 45. Bado. He's a very young man. I have not gone back to Google his age, but the way I look at him, he's a very young man. Now, Jalang'o was not in politics until very recently, towards the end of 2021. He was not in active politics before. He has been fully in comedy. What gave Jalang'o a name is aligning himself towards Raila Amolo Odinga. That's what gave Jalang'o a name. Why am I saying this? When Jalang'o was given a microphone, I remember, in a very fast platform, a political platform, of course, because previously I've known him in comedy, a powerful man in comedy, yes. He is the one who actually emceed when Barack Obama visited Kenya while the president of America, of USA. Jalang'o is the one who emceed that event, and I remember very well. So, he's a man of ranks. But on this particular one, I want to advise him as a brother. When he was given a microphone in the first Azimio rally when he appeared, I saw him as a man with a bright future. I saw him as a man who can really make it in politics. And Jalang'o had the blessings of Mama Ida Odinga. If you didn't know, when Jalang'o announced his move to contest for the Lang'ata parliamentary seat, he was given the blessings of Mama Ida Odinga. And Jalang'o is a respected young man to Ida Odinga. And Ida Odinga calls him my son, of course. So Jalang'o announced he is contesting, and Baba took him as a son. Ida Odinga took him as a mother. They started molding him. I remember towards nomination, Jalang'o started crying that some people behind him wanted to take away his ODM ticket. I remember very well. That news, iko kwa mtandao. He cried to people and saying, oh no, why are people fighting me as a young man who wants to grow in politics? So his cry reached Baba, and Baba decided, okay, this is my son. Nobody is going to intimidate him. Nobody is going to scoop him. I have decided Jalang'o will have the ODM ticket. Baba gave him an ODM ticket, and by the way, Jalang'o won. He is now a member of parliament in Lang'ata. Jalang'o has forgotten all the sacrifices Baba made for him, including denying other people a ticket just for Jalang'o. Jalang'o is a Luo, for your information, but I'm sorry to use that term, but then he's a Luo. And Baba loves him so much. So Raila kasema, this is my son. And by all means possible, he is going to be given a ticket. Jalang'o has forgotten that. Na hajamaliza hata mwaka kwa siasa. He has jumped fence into Kenya Kwanza. Baba left him. You know, Raila has a character. And Raila's character is, once you leave him, he assumes. But then no. The people have left Raila and they have come crawling down, crying for forgiveness. Right? Now, when Jalang'o crossed the fence, Baba left him to go. He went. You saw what happened to him in Machakos. And after Azmio realizing that, after ODM realizing that Jalang'o has now gone to Ruto, they locked him out of a PG meeting. You remember that fracas? Until recently, during Akode's wedding, Mama Ida Odinga made very soft remarks, but they were weighty to a person who cares to dig deeper into the Kenyan politics, right? Mama Ida Odinga, when he was greeting friends, his children, you know, Mama has so many children, including myself. So, he pointed Jalang'o and said, Jalang'o, you are my son, but you know the way. And Mama spoke in Doluo. Akaambia Jalang'o, Jalang'o ni mtoto yangu, lakini you know the way, unajua njia. Hiyo ni njia gani Mama Ida Odinga alikuwa anazungumzia? Njia ya kisiasa. Political direction. Meaning, he was telling Jalang'o in short, you have lost direction, you know the right direction, come back. Jalang'o never took this very seriously. And maybe I'm the first person to explain to him the meaning of Ida's statement. Jalang'o might have taken that statement lightly as a wedding statement, but then to me, it meant a lot. So, I know maybe Jalang'o will get this video or not, but I'm the first person to explain to him what Mama Ida Odinga meant. Now, Jalang'o has two options. Yes. Because Kenya Kwanza iko na wenyewe in Lang'ata. And you know the kind of people was wrestling with. Iko na wenyewe. Jalang'o has two options. Nimemuona akikuwa interviewed, ilikuwa jana ama lini, akasema is very much yearning to be with the Baba. Very much yearning. But he is scared. Meaning, Mama's statement is beginning to sink into Jalang'o. Jalang'o is now beginning to find a way. But let me speak from this platform, and I know in 5 years to come, this video will be used either against me or it will be used to vindicate me. That's to clear me. Jalang'o is either he comes back to his senses, that is ODM, or he becomes a one-time member of parliament. I saw him bragging how he wants to become the president. Yes, that's true. I agree. It's possible because dreams are valid and they come true. But then, Jalang'o, that is not how politics, that is not how loyalty is built. Majority of people who voted for you, I know, they were from ODM. That's why you were crying for the ODM ticket and you were given. If you had influence, you could have gone as an independent candidate. But because you knew how ODM is useful to your candidature, that is why you cried and said you want an ODM ticket and nothing else. Now I want to remind you one thing. Yes, ODM had influence in your politics. But remember Jalang'o, pesa ni tamu, yes. And I know, as Raila has been saying, William Ruto has been buying members of parliament allied to Azimio. Pesa ni tamu, Jalang'o. Unaweza pewa pesa, ni tamu sana. But remember, kumbuka vizuri sana, if you are about 38 years, you have like another like 40 years in politics. 40 years in politics. William Ruto kama Mungu atamukubalia, na sijui kama Mungu atakubali kwa sababu vile nimeona dalili, huenda isiwezekane. Atakaa kwa siasa miaka 10 tu peke yake na aende nyumbani. From now Jalang'o, 10 years ni kitu kidogo sana. Meaning, out of the 40 years I told you, subtract 10, that is around 30 years. So if Ruto is by any chance to protect you politically, it will only by God's grace. Kama nimesema kama Mungu atamkubalia aendelee kuwa rais. Ya? Kama hizo kura zake aliiba according to Azimio zitamkubalia kwenda kukuwa rais, atakuwa miaka 10 maximum. Miaka 10 maximum for Jalang'o ni kitu kidogo sana. So Jalang'o, fikiria mara mbili. Is either you come back to ODM or be a one-time member of parliament. I've told you as a brother, take it or not. God bless you. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen.